everybody, welcome back to the channel, and Merry Christmas. It's early Christmas morning. I just got done helping the wife, get the house and stuff ready and wrap gifts for our family and our kids. So I had to sneak out here because I wanted to talk about this article I did for Mopar Insiders for last night. This is a vehicle that we've talked about several times, but because it's so festive, I wanted to bring it onto the channel. But if you're not familiar with what's been going on, the 22nd, this past couple of days, the 22nd actually marked the one-year anniversary of the last modern-day Dodge Challenger rolling off the assembly line at the Brampton assembly plant in Ontario. So this week on Mopar Insiders, I've been trying to do an article about our most memorable special edition Challengers or concept versions of the modern-day Challenger that really stood out. And with it being Christmas, I chose the Dodge Challenger Redeye Express. So if you're not familiar with the Redeye Express, it was a unique creation that kind of got a lot of attention during the 2018 holiday season. It had a huge role in a Dodge advertising campaign that showcased a very festive take on the classic muscle car. And basically that series of commercials featured former pro wrestler, former NFL player, automotive enthusiast and Dodge spokesperson Bill Goldberg as the Jolly Fast Man. It's just a fancy way of that Dodge saying Santa Claus, obviously. But in these series of commercials, Santa basically overhauls his traditional sleigh and transforms it into a Dodge Challenger SRT HELLCAT Redeye. And you got to remember, this is right when the Redeye was being announced, so it was kind of a really unique take on promoting that car. So, with 797 horsepower under the hood, the Sleigh was re-engineered to be a high-performance ride for both Santa and Mrs. Claus in the commercials, which was portrayed by automotive enthusiast Christy Lee. Now, you've seen her all over the place. She's still a Dodge spokesman from here and there, but she's got tons of shows on even HGTV and stuff like that now. So, but after making its debut in the commercials, the Redeye Express was displayed at the 2018 Los Angeles Auto Show, and then after that, it was transported to the Chrysler World Headquarters and Technology Center in Auburn Hills, Michigan in December of 2018, and it's there that we actually got some really good pictures and stuff of the car, and actually got to see what it looks like up close. So, how this car started was they were looking at doing an advertising campaign, so they talked to the Dodge Product Design Studio there in Auburn Hills, and they designed this HELLCAT Redeye sled, and it was actually built. It came to life by metal crafters. You've probably heard of metal crafters. They built some of the best looking concepts in their day, and build something that was this cool. So basically, what this car did was, it didn't have wheels. It had skis. So obviously, it can't drive down the road anymore. It still had the ability to start. Could run the lighting on it. It could operate the 8.4-inch Uconnect screen. But if you think this was just they took a Redeye and just trashed it to build this thing, you're wrong, because this was actually an engineering mule for the Redeye, and it was destined to be scrapped. So instead of scrapping it, they repurposed it for this special assignment. So now the Redeye Express is now part of the Chrysler Historical Archives, so it makes it a really cool piece of Dodge Challenger history now. But the design itself was really unique because it had several key features that kind of ensured that it still was a Dodge, and it had that Dodge SRT DNA, but it still did it with serving Santa's needs. So if you look at the roof of the car, it was cut off, but the C-pillars and part of the roof was retained for structural support. But what it did was it allowed Santa's large bag of toys to stick out from a hole in the trunk lid. The doors were removed for quick access in and out. Obviously, Santa needs that. But the new openings were fabricated. If you look at the design of them, they're fabricated from the Dodge Charger SRT HELLCAT side door scallops. So they actually used the template side door scallops and made that into the actual opening of the sleigh, which was really cool. So, and then if you look at the wide body wheel arches, they were modified to house the Dodge calls as their rhomby logo, the two slashes, and for the skis. So if you look at the back side of this car and see the rear wheels, you can actually see that the skis have two slashes in them. That's the rhomby logo. So it's kind of like a Easter egg kind of thing to the design of the sleigh. So that's kind of cool. Now inside, it still retained like seating for 5 people, just like a normal Dodge Challenger would. It still had that Laguna leather seats in it, kind of giving it that luxury feel that the Challengers had. And unlike the actual SRT HELLCAT Redeye, which came standard with an 8-speed automatic transmission, the Redeye Express was actually given a 6-speed manual shifter. Now, keep in mind, it still runs and everything, but it doesn't drive, so it's kind of like there for looks. You also see where instead of having an exhaust out the back, they actually gave it kind of like this, aircraft exhaust coming out the sides of the thing, which make it look even more like stunning. So that looks really, really cool. But under the hood, it was still powered by the same 6.2 liter HEMI HELLCAT HO engine that Redeye would get. So it's still there. It still, like I said, runs and just doesn't drive because it doesn't have any wheels. But to make it even better, the design studio said, hey, let's really get into this. And they took the HELLCAT logo and they gave it a pair of antlers, reindeer antlers. And then they took the eyes and the nose and put red jewels in them. So it kind of symbolizes Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, even making the design even more festive and fitting for its holiday campaigns. So even though it wasn't designed to take to the streets or anything, it did capture a lot of Dodge's performance branding and added a little bit of holiday magic to the Challenger lineup. So overall, this car just really stood out. It made a really lasting impression overall for not only the commercials, but a lot of people still remember this thing, and it was a great marketing campaign considering that it was a car that was going to be sent to the scrapyard and be totally trashed, and they built something really creative out of it. So with that in mind, I just wanted to go over the car. It's like I said, you can read more about it on Mopar Insiders if you look back. Just type in Redeye Express on there. I got a lot more in-depth stuff, but I just wanted to do this because it was Christmas, and I thought it was kind of fitting with us celebrating the 1-year anniversary of the discontinuation of the Challenger, which everybody misses. So, but other than that, I hope you guys have a great Christmas, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.